Hey everyone, welcome to our live o'clock. Welcome to our 2 o'clock live. I'm Heather, and we are here for you guys each and every day, Monday through Thursday, 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4, and then on Fridays, 8 and 10. So I hope everybody's having a great and so we are going to go ahead and get started. We always like to cover the basics, what you get in your kit and everything. So with the system, you do get the icon or the legend or the icon pro. All the instructions are the same, so that's the good thing about it. But the biggest thing we want you to do is get it out of the box when you get it. And we're going to go over step by step how to use it and how to apply it. The first thing is it does come with makeup. And so we do give you, and I'm going to go to the photo, we give you the 2 bottles of foundation so you can color match. You can color match 365 days a year, and you'll never have any demarcation lines because you'll have that perfect match all year round. And then we also give you the 2 big bottles so you can practice. Think of this starter kit as your practice kit. We want you to get in there and get using it and feel comfortable with it. Now we're going to go over step by step how to get comfortable with it, but we want you to get it out and start practicing. We also give you a bottle of love and a bottle of blush, which we'll go over as well. Now, when you get your system, get it out of the box, and when you plug it in, because that's the only thing you have to do is plug it in. It comes already put together. And so get it out, plug it in, and as soon as you turn it on, there's air that comes out. And so what's great about that, number one, it feels relaxing. Feels amazing. It's like a little small kiss of air, or just like a spot, like an oxygen, like an oxygen, like somebody's just it just feels amazing. And so know that when you're moving this around the face, feeling that air, that wherever you feel the air is where the makeup's going. And so you know exactly what's happening. You know exactly what's where it's going because you can feel that air. The next thing you want to practice is just put water in the bowl and start pulling back on the trigger. You're going to be pulling back super light on that trigger because we want little bit of makeup to come out. So you can keep practicing those things right there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And I wanted to do color matching because, we do give you the 2 bottles, and you might ask, which one do I use? So there's a couple of ways, and again, this will get you used to the makeup. When you get your bottles, you can shake them up and then put a drop, take one out, put a drop on your finger, like I'm doing here, and you can do a line like that. Just put some on your face. Doing it on this one now, and do it that way. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be pretty, but just put the 2 different options on your face. There'll be a lighter one, obviously, and a darker one. And so see which one goes better with your skin. Does not have to be perfect. Okay? Don't look at this and say, well, this isn't my color. This isn't going to work. This isn't. That's the way I'm checking to see what color I should start with. This is traditional makeup. I'm putting a drop of the opaque foundation, wiping it on my chin, and I'm seeing the actual, like all of it together. That's not how you airbrush. So you can't base your conclusions on this, okay? That's why I'm saying get the closest. So this one looks better than the darker one, looks better than the light one. All right. So now I know I'm going to start with the darker one. So I'll wipe this off. Oh, I forgot to put Velvet Veil on already. All right. So starting with the dark one, I'm going, and this is a shade 3. I'm going to put my drops in here. And you want to start out with about 5 drops, 5 to 7 drops. Also, when you're first starting out, use your little cup or your little cover there, your little cap right there. And the only reason to do that is because when I don't want you to worry about makeup coming out while you're learning to airbrush, while you're learning to color match. It's one less thing to worry about, okay? So, hey, Candy, what's that? I don't know. We're going to shade, yeah, we're shade matching. So I'm showing them how to take the 2 shades and color match. So my shade 3 is in here. It's the closest one between these 2 for me. Now I'm going to turn my system on, and then I can feel that air. Okay? So I know that right here is where the makeup's going to go. I'm keeping it 4 finger widths away. Now I'm going to pull back on the trigger. This is just to show you when airbrushing, I'm showing you right and wrong, basically. All right, so if I don't move and I'm like, ooh, let me see, do I pull back on this trigger? What do I do? And I just start doing this. Is it coming out? Most people try to put airbrush on like traditional makeup, meaning they want to sit there and cover every inch of your face. That's not how you do it. All right, that's not how we're doing it. Yes, I was moving, but I was moving so slow and I was working on covering every inch. Make sense? Now, and I don't know if you can tell, but you can even see the marks when I took that off. All right. So when I get in there, make sure I still have foundation in there. When I am doing it the correct way, I'm going to turn my system on. I actually start my movements before pulling back on the trigger. And the reason for that, I was seeing if I had a piece of paper somewhere. The reason for that is it will help not have any hot spots, or which I had right there, or any lines or anything like that. So if I wasn't moving, and got an eyelash in my eye. If I wasn't moving, or if I was too close or pulled back too hard on the trigger, you'll see that. If I'm moving but pulling back too hard on the trigger, you'll see that. Still not smooth. You still get some wet spots. Still, you know, it's just not flawless. So if, hello Amber, hey Jeannie. So if I take, and I'm moving this, and I'm just showing you how I started on my face. If I'm moving this and lightly pulling back on my trigger and moving it all around, you can barely see it, but that's how light you're pulling back, okay? So you don't want to pull back too hard. You don't want to, it's that sweet spot where you're going to start seeing it come out. So when I go in and I'm going to start underneath my eyes, I start my movement, moving down, and I'm going to keep going. So when people tell me right at the, like, when they first get their system and they're like, oh, I had the wrong color. That's why I always say chances are, now I'm out of foundation. Chances are you're pulling back too hard, or you're applying it like you would traditional makeup. Airbrush makeup is super forgiving. you can get away with a lot. So, whoop, I didn't put that cap on well enough. So I can go around. I'm gonna do my lids. Go here. Oh, I still have some of my eyeliner on. Making my passes. I keep moving. I'm not hurrying, but I'm also not like covering every inch. The passes that I make, there'll definitely be some overlap, but I can just keep going. And blend it down my neck. That makes sense, right? I'm looking in the mirror, see if there's any spots that I need more coverage. Right there. And there we go. All right, so if you are new and you're starting out and you have, that's why I love when you order a system, you're ordering a range. So you're ordering a fair, medium, tan, warm, deep. We're giving you two similar colors. So as long as you are in that range, you're golden, you're good. So when you're color matching and you're taking those two and you're wiping it on your face, don't look at that and think, oh, I don't have my color, that doesn't match. You're going to get the one that's the closest to your skin. How you apply airbrush makeup is different than traditional, so you can't base the color match, like the perfect match, to putting it on that way. Does that make sense? I'm trying to think how I can say this more eloquently. You to make that complete judgment, you have to be airbrushing the right way to make sure it's going to match. Airbrush makeup is so forgiving that and some of you have seen me do this. I've started with a shade 9 that's almost this color and asked, how does this look? And everybody's like, oh, it looks amazing. I'm like, well, that's funny because it's this color. And then corrected it with my shade 3. Airbrush makeup goes on like little dots all over your face. So you're not putting it on like traditional makeup, but doing it this way can get you to the closest one, the one that you need to start with. Now, also keep in mind that we have 100% color match guarantee. So if by some chance you are completely, we didn't send you the right one, you need another, we are going to make sure it's correct. All right, let me shake. I'm going to use the Soft Rose Blush. Yeah, actually, I don't know. Jeannie asked if I could use the rose gold. You're talking about the rose gold Illuminizer. I don't know if I have that one. The airbrush one you're talking about, correct? That's not it. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do have it. I just want to make sure you are talking about the rose gold one, right? I'm shaking it up right now. All right. So I'll show you different places that you can use the rose gold Illuminizer, and I'll put my drops right in there. It does have quite a bit of, it's a Luminizer, so it's going to have quite a bit of a shine. Again, you can mix it with your blush. You can use it as eyeshadow. You can use it with Illuminizers. You just want to be careful, not like you need to pick and choose where. You don't want to look like a disco ball. So I don't want to use it here on my lids, all over my face, because that's just too much shine. Nobody likes that. I mean, I like some shine, but I don't want everything shiny. So you definitely want to pick and choose where. Now with the rose gold illuminizer, I put it on first, like a couple of drops, put it on everywhere on my face, and then airbrush my foundation on over it, because it's a little more subtle than if I applied it afterwards. All right, so now I'm going to use the rose gold, and I'm going to apply it in this area here, almost where I would apply the blush. The pick is out? Really? Can anybody else see me? Can anybody see me? Mine's still showing, so I don't know what is going on. So I'm going to go in high cheekbone area. Jeannie, log out and then come back in and see if that helps, babe. So I'm doing the high cheekbone, but because there's some color to this, I can go down a little bit as well, but I wouldn't use it as a bronzer, even if you are light. And I'll do it on my high, like, temple area here. And then I pretty much would stop. Yeah, Candy, I can. I pretty much would stop here, because I would start going overboard in the shine department. So at this point, I either would do some blush that doesn't have any kind of shimmer, or I'm actually going to do some bronzing. So I'll put a couple of drops of the matte bronzer. And just right underneath. There we go. Right underneath where I put the rose gold. I can go in. So I have the rose gold genie right here, a little bit there as well. And now I'm contouring. So you might have to go back and watch that. So the Luminizer I used was rose gold, and then I'm using the matte bronzer to contour. And I contoured just a little bit right underneath where I put the rose gold. And then I'll go in and do some eyeshadow with the matte bronzer. I know, Jeannie, you're going to have to go back and watch it, baby. I'm so sorry. So I'm just giving me a little bit of depth to the eyes. Right there. Now you can put the rose gold luminizer even on the lid. So again, lots of uses for the rose gold. All right. So now, now, what do I want to wear now? Let's do a bold lip. This is hot, and I just love this one. Oh, I'm going to match the background. I love our lip vinyls. They're so creamy, and so they have that shine, not shimmer, but shine. And then you can put it on your teeth. And being that this is a bolder color, I want to make sure that I get those lines. Isn't it pretty? Deborah loves it. And there you go. Voila. Voila. All right. Making sure I'm not on my teeth. All right. There you go, guys. Yeah, the gold shimmer I really, really like. The rose gold and the bronze are probably my favorite, although I do like the diamond. The diamond is, I thought, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought the diamond would be glittery, and it's not. Not at all. It's shimmery, but it's beautiful. Beautiful. So, all right, guys, that is it for the 2. I will see you back here at 4 for our last live of this hump day. All right, guys. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.